We'd like to introduce you to the Urban Wanderer New York City Audio Tour mobile app. Urban Wanderer is the perfect self-guided way to discover New York City. This iPhone and Android mobile app, free for a limited time, offers a wealth of in-depth and often inside information on the sights, the neighborhoods, the restaurants, and the nightlife that make this city great. And you can take any of the Urban Wanderer audio tours virtually from the comfort of your own couch, which means you can learn about and explore the great city of New York, whether you're currently in Central Park or in Central America. It's like carrying around a New York City sightseeing guide in your pocket. Urban Wanderer offers two distinct ways to explore New York: by tours or by sites. In this first method, you simply select a specific tour of a New York City neighborhood or city-related topic. Let's say we'd like to explore the downtown neighborhood of Soho today. I tap the Soho tour listing, and the app gives me a description of the Soho tour, as well as the number of tour sites and the starting location. If I decide I'd like to take it, I simply tap the select button, and I'm immediately shown the route of the tour, as well as the location and type of its various sites. The type of a particular site is illustrated by an icon. For example, a wine glass instead of utensils icon denotes a restaurant that has a liquor license. An art frame denotes a museum or gallery. A Greek column, a place of architectural interest. And an artist palette, a work of public art. To begin the tour, I tap the Start button, stand at the starting location, which is circled, and simply follow the path of the tour, tapping on the various site icons as I encounter them. For example, if I tap the very first site icon, I see it offers an audio piece described as the How of Houston. Let's listen to the audio from the actual Urban Wanderer tour. The correct pronunciation of Houston Street, I repeat, Houston Street, is as important to navigating downtown as is a good audio tour. Nothing screams black socks and sandals louder in New York City than asking for directions to Houston Street. Yes, it is spelled the same as the Texas city, and coincidentally, both that city and this street were named after Southerners, but that's where the similarity ends. Don't believe me? Try hanging out on this corner until you spot a 10-gallon hat. And no, the village people don't count. While most New Yorkers know how to pronounce it, few of even the most street-savvy locals know that the street is misspelled on all the city's signs and maps. Houston Street was named after William Houston, a statesman from Savannah, Georgia, who was both a delegate to the Continental Congress and to the Constitutional Convention. He was also one of the original trustees of the University of Georgia in Athens. Or is that Athens? Houston received this honor from his well-connected father-in-law, Nicholas Bayer III, who was also a prominent New York City landowner. Now, William Houston spelled his last name Houston, which means somewhere along the way the street lost its second U. I'm assuming Bill kept his second U to the very end. This disunion seems to have happened in the early 1800s, around the time that the Commissioner's Plan of 1811 established the easily navigable but mind-numbingly dull rectangular street grid north of 13th. And as this audio segment is part of a tour of Soho, it's important to add that Houston Street is responsible for giving Soho its name. Linguistically, Soho is what we call a blend or portmanteau, a word formed from parts of two or more other words. The neighborhood of Soho lies south of Houston, and its name was created by blending together the first two letters of the word South and Houston. Simple. Of course, one could ask why they don't pronounce it so-how. Then again, anyone who'd hang out on a Soho street corner all day, hoping against hope on spotting a Texan, should avoid the tough questions. After listening to the audio for a particular site, I simply follow the tour path to the next site. tapping the various site icons and listening to the audio as I go. And remember, you can take any of these Urban Wanderer audio tours virtually from the comfort of your own couch. Back on the Urban Wanderer homepage, if I tap the second tour option, select a site, I can listen to the site audio from all the Urban Wanderer self-guided tours, organized by New York City neighborhood and site. As an example, let's take a moment to learn about a very famous and very unusual work of public art on a sidewalk in Soho. Step in front of the Soho building at 110 Green Street, just south of Prince, and look down, and you'll see the public art handiwork of Belgian artist Françoise Shine. This 87-foot-long abstract artwork, titled Subway Map Floating on a New York Sidewalk, was executed in 1985 while the artist was studying urban design at Columbia University. Subway Map Floating on a New York Sidewalk is embedded in a black-on-black matrix and consists of stainless steel tracks dotted with embedded glass stations. Listeners tempted to use the map to navigate their first city subway ride should note that 1. The map is over a quarter century out of date. 2. Shine placed uptown where downtown should logically be, and vice versa. 3. The map is deliberately lacking any city landmarks or even street names. And 4. When your subway train finally does arrive, the map is notoriously hard to refold. And once I've listened to the audio for a particular site, I can easily share my discovery with friends and family via Facebook, Twitter, Foursquare, email, or even text message. Back on the site list, Urban Wanderer also lets you filter sites based on your particular interests. Let's say I'm an architecture buff. Using the filter, I can quickly explore all the sites of architectural interest the Urban Wanderer Tours currently offer. The Urban Wanderer Audio Tour app is free for a limited time and available on both the Apple iPhone and Android phones. Whether you're visiting on vacation or on business, or even if you're a native New Yorker, Urban Wanderer is the perfect self-guided way to explore this fascinating city at a time and pace that best suits you, and new Urban Wanderer New York City tours are added on a regular basis. So next time you prepare to hit the city streets, download the free Urban Wanderer New York City Audio Tour app first, and leave your map and guidebook at home.